paper next to the economic growth question, the employment question? Has anybody in the newspaper said, wait a minute, we are growing at 7%, 8%, but we have the highest unemployment rate in 40 years? That's a much more interesting question to me, because we can grow at 9% and give none of you jobs, right? And that's what's happening, right? So that's the second big question. And the third question that is very close to my heart is the large mass, the real power of India is in the lower castes, the other backward castes, these communities, and they are not given any space in the governance of India. They're not given any space in corporate India. They're not given any space anywhere, and that to me is a crime. So those would be the central thrusts of how we would think about it. The final thing I would say is that one way to look at India is that it is making a transition from rural to urban, and the largest migration of people from rural to urban in human history ever is taking place in India and China, right? And if we're going to be making this transition, this is a frightening transition for a lot of people, so we need to give them the basic minimum architecture to make this transition safely. What does that mean? That we spend a serious amount of money on education, we spend a serious amount of money on healthcare, that government does not abrogate responsibility for healthcare and education, and that we provide a minimum floor where India commits to all its people that no matter what happens, you can simply not go below that floor. We will give you a minimum income below which no matter what happens, you're not going to go. But when I talk to students, especially the Indian students here, and